So yeah, um, today I'm going to continue with your stage. Um, I would like to say I'll finish chapter 3, but I don't think that's a possibility because it has what's it 25. Although it's not that like these ones were done. Question is, how many of these are story missions? How many are like actual bugged? Everything's what the heck? I love the NAs. What the hell? This game not get bugged for once whenever I start streaming. Before streaming, everything was fine. Not even going back. This is really odd. Are we starting the I'll restart again. Give me a sec. I still need to read something from chapter 2. Finished Flash last time. Because this was an Infinity mission, I completed it on my own. I still need to read this ERF news segment. So let's get to it. This just in. A fire has broken out in an apartment block in Berlin this evening. Multiple explosions could be heard at the scene. The fire is now under control. It's been confirmed that the fire was caused by an old and faulty gas pipeline. Interviewed residents claim that there had been a significant commotion in the apartment block where the explosions occurred and are concerned that this incident could be a terrorist attack. That escalated quickly. So finally that's it for chapter 2. Now let's go with the symbolic, which is chapter 3. Craterless River. Gray Institute of Biotechnology. Miss Gray peels off her plastic gloves and washes her hands at the washing basin. Your test results look pretty decent this time as well. You can get off the strict diet for now, with no cigarettes or alcohol for you. Thank you, Miss Gray, for taking up your time. Not at all. You are very welcome. By the way, I hear the launch of Eden have been giving you quite the trouble. Gray smiles faintly. She places her index finger against her lips and shakes her head. Forgive me, but I don't talk about business in my clinic. Here, I'm just a simple doctor. See. Do excuse me. In that case, we'll discuss this some other time. The man smiles apologetically at Gray and leaves a card of a restaurant. If you don't mind, how about over some dinner? It would be my pleasure. Gray accepts the card courteously and gives a nod. The man smiles in satisfaction and turns to leave. Just as the man is about to walk out the door, he finds himself face to face with a ferocious-looking woman who appeared out of nowhere. The woman glares at him, past him straight at Gray. The coldness in her eyes sends chills down his spine. Who are you? Who let you in? Scram while you can. This has nothing to do with it. Pardon? Mr. Falk. The man is just about to lose his temper over Anja's impudence when Gray speaks up softly from behind. She is my guest. Your guest? He looks at the impeccably dressed Gray and back at Anja, who looks like a beggar in her tattered clothes and gapes in disbelief. Unbelievable. Why would you associate with such a lowlife? Not to mention she's obviously here to make trouble. Gray smiles. I do believe you are right. After all, we had a bit of a disagreement. Last night, we have a date. Anji fishes out a name card from her waistbelt. Color isn't particularly eye-catching, but everyone present can instantly recognize that it is indeed Gray's card. As you can see, Mr. Falk, would you mind giving us ladies some privacy? Anja enters the room silently, holding the door open for the man. Still incredulous, the man swallows and stalks out of the room. The door shuts, leaving the two women alone inside. I've seen that man before. If memory serves, he's from the Drug Administration, isn't he? Mr. Falk is one of my patients and a regular. He comes to me for medical checkups regularly. Gray tears up the fancy-looking cart carelessly and tosses the scraps into the garbage can. She dusts off her hands and walks up to the washing basin again. Anja watches her leisurely movements. For a moment, is almost fooled by this woman's nonchalance. We had a disagreement last night? What a roundabout way of putting it. A doctor needs to be tactful when informing patients about their condition. After rubbing every nook and cranny on her hands clean, Gray dries her hands with a towel and takes out a pair of gray gloves. Gray? I thought a doctor's job is to give their patients all the facts. But a doctor can nevertheless be tactful about it. It is merely the compassionate thing to do. Gray fiddles a little with the elastic edge of her glove and turns around. She gestures at the operating table in the center of the room. Lie down. Lie down. Where? Only two kinds of people would enter an operating room. Doctors and patients. I'm the doctor, so you're the patient. Gray adjusts the height of the table and prepares the robotic arm. She looks at Anja and invites her to lie down again. Your prosthetics are about to give out. Lie down, Delia. Her tone makes it obvious that she's not taking no for an answer. Anja slowly approaches the operating table and Gray. Oh shit. You don't seem all surprised to see me here. I could blow your brains out right now and be done with it. You won't, because you know that my death will change nothing. Ray shrugs. Anjay snickers and studies the room while leaning against the table. Don't you need nurses? My nurses don't tend to enter the operating room. Let me guess. You're busy committing murder and arson at your bidding at night? Anjay walks up to Gray with her pistol tilted up ever so slightly. You were right though. The prosthetics are getting rickety. Could you please fix me up, Doc? I'd be happy to. The two women, very different in height, exchange disquieting smiles. Anjay's finger is poised on her trigger. Yeah, I know, right? Are you bringing that to the operating table? Agents are always a little paranoid. Anjay hasn't lifted her pistol, but Gray can tell with just a glance that the safety is off. Unfortunately, I'm a surgeon, a psychiatrist. I'm afraid I can't do anything about your PTSD unless you like my radical treatment. Thanks, but no thanks. Also, there's no telling if you're just a psycho in a white coat. Maybe I'm actually your psychiatrist. What an amusing thought. I like I like psychiatrists. I also like psychological tests. Have you heard about Rorschach's ink block test? Roll credits, I guess? Yes, what about it? That's the first psychological test I've taken. My teacher administered it on me. You had teachers? Didn't you? Anjay never looks away from Gray. After a while, she slides onto the operating table and lies down slowly. Her pistol is still in her hand, but she has placed her bionic arm on the arm support. Gray puts on a loop and picks up several tools that Anjay has never seen from herself. GG. What's your plan, Angelia? Plan? You've been scrutinizing my operating room ever since you walked through the door. Then you started chatting away with me like an old friend. To be honest, when you said you could shoot me, I actually expected you'd do it then and there. But now, here you are, lying in front of me with nothing but a pistol. Gray looks down at Anjay's face tenderly. Like a fish on a shopping. I know you're bold, but I didn't expect you to go so far. So you're going to kill me now? You won't get a better chance than this. I'm lying just inches away from you. You just have to slit my throat with a scalpel and I will cease being a nuisance. We're both gambling with very high stakes. Well, are you making a move or not? He's like, calm down, Ryder. I'm a doctor, Angelia. I will never turn a patient on my operating table into a corpse. Ray caresses Anjay's bionic arm and smiles faintly. Now tell me, what new cards have you got? Berlin Prison, Quarantine Wall, Hornsdorf, Underground Tunnel, Altes Stadthaus, Marshallstrasse, Die Frensterum, Frensetum. Angie recites a list of seemingly unrelated places. Now she pronounces quite well for being of Russian descent, I must say. Gray's hands, or German rather, she pronounces quite well German. Gray's hands freeze for a fraction of a second. You've been plotting and staging a series of minor incidents and terrorist attacks in Berlin since a few months ago. Yeah, I know. Now the entire city is shrouded in a sense of dread and unrest, and you're obviously fanning the fire. Anjay studies Gray's perfectly smooth and nonplussed expression. He was hoping this woman would at least look a tiny bit surprised. I knew you wouldn't let go of this piece of straw that you've grasped. Oh, she called her a straw woman. I have genuinely admiration for Leone. Your talent is truly unparalleled. After injecting coolant into the bionic arm interface, Gray disconnects the synaptic transmission. Anja feels a sense of emptiness where her arm is missing, a sensation she hasn't experienced in a while. She involuntarily tightens her grip on her pistol. For a second, she is certain Gray is going to strike. But Gray shows no sign of wanting to attack. She simply carries on, taking apart the joint of Anja's bionic arm with the help of some intricate device. But the intention of orchestrating such attacks isn't to inflict casualties, but to sow chaos. Besides, your plans are a lot more elaborate than most actual terrorist attacks. Berlin isn't your target. You're going for the top brass. Gray rotates the lens on her loop. A spark flares from one of Anja's bionic finger joints. And so you've come to me. You know you can't influence the situation on your own. Your only solution is to find an opening through me. Is that why you'd risk your own life to extract the information you're after from me? Through her loop, Gray eyes Anja with admiration. You really are an exceptional agent, Elio. People like you shine brightly wherever you go. This must be why Soviets are using you as cat's paw. So you admit you are going for them? Have you never considered a change of clothing, Angelina? Oh, that's not fair. You never wanted anything to do with the power-hungry and opportunistic old nobility. Don't play dumb. I know how much you hate those who make nothing but empty promises. With your talent, you can achieve so much more. Just think about it. Yeah. Would you rather do something great in a brave new world, or toil away for some dwindling flame in the old world? You're an eloquent speaker. Sadly, I'm not interested at all. I fight only for myself. That's a real shame. Gray looks up. Final calibration is complete as she wraps up her rousing speech. She reconnects Anja's synaptic transmission, and Anja regains her sense of touch on the bionic arm. Anja curls her hand into a fist and immediately tells how much more crisp and responsive her arm feels after the maintenance. She is mildly taken aback. I can see why you're so well respected. In this day and age, a doctor who is this accomplished in both medicine and prosthetic engineering is highly coveted everywhere. But Dr. Sloan can't cure the world. People need a dose of strong medicine. What you're doing will only inflict more pain and suffering on the world. I may not share those old farts' vision, but you stand for everything that I'm against. You and your brothers and sisters are cancer to this world. Your so-called strong medicine is without a doubt strong poison. Anja sits up with her gun pointed straight at Aunt Gray's face. Was it your teacher who put such twisted ideas in your head? Gray eyes Anja's pistol and shakes her head. My teacher has simply helped me find my true self. No one can determine who you are. Surely you know that better than I do. Still, my teacher holds you in extremely high regard, which is why you caught my eye to begin with. Your teacher knows me? Who is your teacher? You spent such a wonderful time in each other's company. She looks back at those days with great fondness, and she can't wait to see you again. Still, she did say if you get in my way, I didn't have to worry about sparing her feelings. Your teacher is Morido? Hush. Resting her chin on one hand, Gray brushes a fingertip gently along Anja's bionic arm and observes the change in Anja's expression with great interest. The hand, which Anja is holding her pistol, suddenly goes limp. The heavy pistol slips out from her grip and clatters on the floor. Don't say it. Right now, I'm your dance partner. What did you do to my body? Anesthetics. It's necessary for surgery. Just doing my job as a doctor. Ray reaches out and picks up the gun lying on the floor. He dangles it in front of Anja's face. Leon really is a genius, don't you think? I've never met anyone else with such a profound understanding of botany. Angie grits her teeth, but her paralyzed body refuses to obey her. She ends up rolling off the operating table. If she hadn't made such a regrettable decision, I'm sure we would have been great friends. Gray lets out a sigh. Still holding Anje's pistol, she walks around to the other side of the operating table and points the gun at Anje, who's lying on the floor, immobilized. Same goes for you, Angela. If you had given me a different answer, it wouldn't have come to this. You're also a Nito? Correct. I confess, I'm quite surprised. You did not suspect me at all, even after what happened with Mirth. This is entirely you. The Lady of Ashes is a legendary prodigy in the medical field and has been renewed for over 10 years. Your background is spotless, unless you've been setting up the stage since 10 years ago. Otherwise, this can't possibly... That is indeed something that's easily over. Gray nods in acknowledgement. Anje flips herself over with great difficulty. As she stares at Gray's ageless face, she is suddenly struck by a terrible realization. Gray is dead, isn't she? You took her. How many are it? I know you can't be the only one. How many Nitos have infiltrated human society? You ask too many questions, Angelia. But count yourself lucky. I'll not kill you just yet. You're quite interested in some of the information that you have. Gray shrugs and bends down to Anje's audio, as if she's fawning over a child. Anje starts gasping for breath. Gray watches her and smiles gleefully. You're too arrogant, Angelia. Why have you come alone? Anje looks back at Gray and suddenly lets out a cackle. What's so funny? It's hilarious. You really are Murdo's pupil. You even make the exact same mistake. Gray's face blanches instantly. The wall of Gray's clinic is blown apart. A single round flies through the billowing dust and knocks the pistol right out of Gray's hand before she can react. Pistol clatters onto the floor. When she looks back again, Anje has already dragged her paralyzed body away from her. Target locked on. Be careful. Anje is in close proximity. Subduing the target. AK-15 raises her rifle again and pulls the trigger. A metallic clang rings out. Something has darted. Sorry. I also forgot I had the audio muted. I'm sorry for that. Something has darted out from behind Gray and blocked the bullets. It is a long and slender metal tendril with a sharp blade at the tip. It looked like a scorpion's tail. In the face of menacing dolls, Gray has no intention of getting into a fight. With a single leap, she reaches the wall in the back. Hey, thanks, kid. She shoots one last threatening look at Anje before finally turning away. She has a tail. Then her powerful tail smashes the glass over an emergency button. Before AK-15 can stop her, the wall behind Gray suddenly swivels, and Gray disappears without a trace. Crap! A trapdoor? Bean! It's built with a special material. I can't find it. The alarm goes off and the heavy metal gates come slamming down on all four walls of the operating room. What? Anjay, we need to retreat. We won't make it if we don't go now. Damn it. With AK-15's help, Anjay scrambles back to her feet. Quick, we're going back. Where? Anjay growls through gritted teeth. The sanatorium. I bet she's headed straight to Leona. What's a mission? Oh god. Nito, marks. So what's going on with the commander? A loud noise suddenly comes from Macklin's room. Sobtu was just about to capture a bug by the windowsill, is startled by the noise and jumps. The gray-colored bug flaps its wings and takes off. Butterfly, maybe? Inside the room, the commander's face is contorted with rage. Their tightly clenched fists slowly loosen from where they have savagely pounded the table, and the edges of their palms are starting to flush red. Forgive me. I forgot myself. The commander shoves away their chair behind them and gets up. They massage the thrown temples to ease the aggravating headache. Perhaps you should take a break. Once again, Dandelion is the first person to break the awkward silence. Bro, please look after Macklin for me. The commander scratches their head in frustration before turning to leave. Dandelion looks at Ro, and when the latter nods back with an understanding, she follows the commander out of the room. I hope you don't mind. The commander is a little on edge today, as it usually doesn't happen. Huh, why are you being so nice to her? You should have done this a long time ago. The commander got a call last night. A very important friend of ours is in a very bad state. That's why the commander... Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. There's been some background noise, so sorry. But no, I disagree. 15 will never beat Kruger's badassery. Milos Kruger, dude, come on. Anyways, that's why the commander was questioning you so early this morning. Please don't take it personally. Macklin's closed eyes slowly open. No, I'm fine. I've been treated worse than this. But Robin, she still calls us Robin, seems like a completely different person today. That friend must be very important to you. What does that have to do with you? You ask all sorts of questions, but when it comes to how to make that medicine, you won't say a word. Aren't you going on and on about saving people? Because it doesn't matter all that much to you after all. She's 15. Macklin lowers her head in response to 15's disdain, but otherwise takes no offense. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Anyways, CEO of Griffin Bubs, Tile Bubs. It wouldn't do any good, even if I told you. You don't need the right method to process my blood, but also specialized equipment. That equipment can only be found in that place. Did some illustrations for the Mercy story, was kind of fun to do. Oh really? I also was seeing on Twitter I saw someone do several moments. I don't know if it's you, but we get some awareness going. Stop Macklin abuse. Yeah. Although, you know, even though she's not Morido, she's kind of still being treated like she is. Especially by Star. But yeah, Craig, I don't know if it was you, but I saw someone drawing certain moments within Mirror Stage, like Anjay holding her hard. She got attacked at the apartment and stuff like that. They were really nice. Really, really nice. That equipment can only be found in that place. So why don't you take us there? You're just making excuses. That's enough, 15. The commander's already trying to come up with another solution. There's no point in making a fuss here. I'm really worried about Kalina. Is she going to be alright? Miss Kalina will be fine. You've known her for longer than I have, so you should know that better than me. It would take a lot more than Elith to beat her. Hope you're right. Pardon me, but if I may ask, is this Kalina that friend of yours? That's none of your damn business. I heard you mention her name many times. She must mean a lot to you. So you found someone new to suck up to? Unfortunately, we won't fall for it this time. 15? That's enough. He's the adjutant of the Griffin base. He's a very dependable and trustworthy person. Does she have Elith too? Yeah. So that's why Robin is acting so weird today. I can't say that isn't the case. Then she must be a very important person. Of course, everyone at Griffin is super important. But if everyone is important, doesn't that mean nobody is? Oh god. No, they're all important. War is very cruel, especially in this day. However, the commander is not a very mature leader. There are some things where only an immature leader can say or do. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of funny that ever since she had that angry face, they've been using it a lot this event so thus far. Which I think it was from Rose mod story, I think. It was like a specific moment, and then that was it. Macklin gazes at Ro and contemplates in silence. Should we try to draw her blood? The Earl may be able to analyze it. No, don't underestimate William's research. Even the Earl is impressed by his technical skill. Also, the Earl is busy with something crucial and nobody should disturb him. And what about sending a sample back to the commander's base? Isn't that Miss Persica a researcher on William's level? Miss Persica specializes in a very different field than William. Also, considering his personality, he might have done something weird with Macklin's blood to prevent others from acquiring it. I believe that at the moment, the only way to extract the key elements from Macklin's blood, is with William's technology. Oh god. In other words, we need to find the equipment Macklin mentioned? There does seem to be another way for the moment. But she's ridiculously stubborn. I have a feeling we won't be able to get to her to talk about without resorting to torture. We are not doing that. You're such a nice person, Commander. That's not what I mean. Macklin is mentally prepared to kill herself. And she definitely has the ability to do so. Can't possibly have Dandelion step in every time her visual cognition image starts breaking down. It'd be just a waste of time. And besides, I don't want to force her. I only do stuff for myself that I sometimes post on social media. I'm not involved with official legislation, sadly. That's what you meant. I have my headphone off for a moment. Oh no, I wasn't talking about official art. Like someone posted on social media, on Twitter, or at least I saw it on Twitter. Some panels that happened in Mirror Stage and they were drawing them. Yeah, like the unillustrated scenes. And yeah, I think this event is also like very long because it has a lot of description. So for people who like to illustrate, like with the polarized light adaptation that someone, I think it was from China, did a whole, let's say, reimagining of the scene and animated it. It allows people to do that, and I think, yeah, sure, the events are longer, especially story missions, but if it helps describe the universe more in depth, then I'm really all for it. Like, people should be able to easily imagine what's going on, and I think they should also start applying more of these CG arts, CG backgrounds, so people can easily say, okay, we're here, instead of just reusing the very same old CG from the door, whenever it's like a prison or standing in front of a door or something, because it gets boring real fast when you've played the game for every single chapter and campaign. You keep seeing the same CGs. So, oh, then no, it wasn't you. But still, it's really nice that you can um draw or imagine the scene and illustrate it in your own um basically in your own words, right? Um, because this event is really descriptive, or very descriptive rather. Feels like almost like a Tolkien book, where you're just reading descriptions for like 2 chapters. You're like, whoa, this is really great. Because sure, you're reading a lot, but they're really trying to pull you into the universe so you can visualize yourself with what's going on. I really like that. Still salty about getting banned. Oh god. I mean, you can easily make another account too, but that's something else, I think. Also depends on how many followers you had and stuff like that. But anyways, the commander takes a deep breath, still feeling a little guilty from the earlier gaff. Time is extremely tight for us. Dandelion, we may need you to continue analyzing our memory fragments. Of course. That said, I doubt it will be helpful. We've got to try, at least. Commander. Rosa? What is it? It's the Earl. We finally put him through. Good morning, Commander. Forgive me for dispensing with the usual pleasantries, but I'm going to cut to the chase. I had someone run some checks on the images you sent. Alright, and what did they say? Take a look at this first. Griffin's image vanishes, replaced by a news clip. A pretty woman is reporting on the tragedy behind her, and as the commander watches the clip, their heart skips a beat. At 07:23 this morning, Berlin Hospital experienced an alleged terrorist attack for the first time since the construction of the quarantine wall. 3 members of the medical staff and 4 patients were in the wards when the explosion occurred. The police is currently investigating the source of the explosion. This is Frontline Correspondent Shadowless bringing you the news. Berlin Hospital? An explosion? Yes, and the scene perfectly matched with the images you sent us. But the media never released shots from the same angle shown in the pictures you sent. We can be certain that the image was not stolen from a news broadcast. What about the other places? Have other places been attacked too? No, at least not yet. Griffin looks rather grim. Your discovery has been very useful, Commander. I believe Macklin's memories might well be a sort of prophecy. A prophecy? Is that even possible? Wait a minute. You mean the other locations might end up being attacked as well? Commander, it took you a little bit too long to get that, but okay. It's not an actual prophecy, but I think the possibility exists. If Maclean once took part in the plan, or at least heard of it, then her visualization of the plan might also exist within her memories. In any case, there's a possibility that William might take further action. Understood. These are the coordinates of the remaining locations. I believe you know what to do, Commander. Transmission ends. Rosa, did the Earl send any coordinates over? Yes. Upon verification, there are 4 more locations which have not yet been attacked. They are an old U-Bahn station, the quarantine wall, Berlin prison, and Onsdorf. Onsdorf? Onsdorf, okay. There's no time to lose. I'm going to get the AR team. You guys should prepare yourselves too. Rosa, contact the local police. No, forget it. We don't have any evidence or testimony to convince them with. It would be too difficult to get the police to believe us, so let's just have the Earl make what we're doing legal. We're moving out right away. Yes, Commander. Bro. Yes, Commander? Commander. There's been a word from the Earl. They've verified several locations we might be subjected to terrorist attacks. We're going over right now. Are you sure we aren't wasting time on wild goose chase? Believe me, I wish we were. But since one of the places we saw did get attacked, I just can't sit back and watch. Guess we have no choice then. Macklin has been silent ever since the commander barged into her room, but she finally looks up. She gazes at the commander hesitantly, deliberating on whether to speak up. The commander meets her eyes, and what catches her indecision. Macklin, you mentioned several locations just now. Is the quarantine wall among them? The commander pauses briefly. And what if I say yes? I don't know. Even I am not sure if the things in my head are memories or visions of the future. Whatever they are, I can't be sure if they'll actually happen in real life. But if they do, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. So you want to come with us? Is that it? Yeah. Macklin clutches her collar and looks down pensively. If all this is truly destined, then perhaps my struggles are pointless. There are many pointless things in the world. Putting up a fight will never be one of them. But entrusting your life to destiny is the most pointless thing you can do. And can I go with you? You may. And as it turns out, there's something I'd like to know. I wonder if seeing the actual scene will jog your memories. That is, it will make those memory fragments more distinct. Macklin rises from her seat and meets the commander's gaze. Star opens her mouth as if to speak, but in the end, she swallows her words. Let's go. Squad Griffin is waiting for us. Understood. 100% have the theory that Paradise told Macklin about the plans and everything. Yeah, I think that's also what's going on. Maybe like a smoke screen, like hiding in plain sight, basically, but also throwing some smoke to not make it too obvious. And I'm kind of surprised the commander took that long to think, oh wait, so these are locations that are going to be attacked. Especially after being through like Ice Summer and other shit like that, where there's like this conspiracy and then bam, everything goes to shit in just seconds. Like the visions are describing. She's not a saint because she has seen the future, rather than that, Paradise tries to make her future reality. Paradise, Millie as fuck. Ah, they have Nitos. So there's this news segment. I think I should read it now, given that it's... Never mind, I should read it after that. So this seems like a mission. I mean, yeah, like, you could say Paradise really is smelly, given that the Strelets are all healed patients, basically. Rescue Anje. You can obtain defense gates in the enemy's patrolling nearby. Obtain? Oh, so like, I kill him. This looks very similar to... I think it's the first Shattered Connection map. It's kind of similar. Interesting. I mean, I might try it later anyways. She has like 175,000. Well, she certainly has more backup than white and black Mitos, that's for sure.
敵発見。陣形を崩すな。私にできるのはこれしかない。任務完了。
How by killing this one here, this door would open. Sense patrol. I hate it when they do these things because everything's so backed up that you can barely see the lines of pathing. Which is why I used planning mode to see what the pathing would be. Oh, there it is. I think that one leads straight to Ray. And these guards are like guards mixed with Minotaurs. At least they don't have armor. Yeah, she was. Actually, I would say she has been one of the main characters ever since maybe that sucks. Since maybe like Singularity. She's had a really important role in the story so far. First try, not bad. I thought Gray being in the middle was going to screw over everything, but apparently not. This happens. Look, it's Narcissus. See drops. Like, something I'm not liking about this event. What the? How did I even get to chapter 2? So far are the drops, like there's only like 3 new drops, and one of them is only from the supply crates, I think. So it's like, for people who are new to the game, sure there's a lot of new things you can get, but let's be honest, like, I don't think there are many new people to the game. There are, but I don't think there's a lot of them. So just seeing the same drops is like, okay. Anyways. See what the hell's going on here. Lab drops, 1 crate drops, and 2. Yeah. Like, I think this event depends a lot more on crates than, say, Polaris Light. especially because I think this event has so far the worst farming experience because due to so many story missions being here, when you play with Angelia you don't get crates, so you have to either finish a chapter or try to beat some ridiculously over-the-top mission, so you can get those 12 10 crates, and you'd have to do that 6 times in a row. So I can't say most of them depend on RNG, but some of them do, and it's kind of annoying. And even then, like, the Infinity missions, at least until Chapter 2, are not that good. I think Chapter 2 is just like, what the hell? Why am I fighting a patroller to farm? Like, so these gladiators... Yeah, hey Zed. I think I can beat this, but I don't think I have to. Every 2 pounds, then allow me to survive, or... Interesting. Oh, these are the hidden note. This is like the isomer map as well. These two are in attack, so I have to kill them. Certainly. Thanks. Interesting that it's also the first chapter mission. OST. What did I put set 2? Set 8 on? This is not. Yeah, I guess, but even then it's like kind of tedious, unnecessarily. Because like right now I'm not playing these missions when I'm not streaming, because I want to like read with as I'm going through, right? So in that aspect it's kind of tough unless you like commit yourself to reading an entire chapter. I would do that for any other event, but this one's like way too much. I think this will work. And it has been working this far, so I do need some other echelon. I wonder if this one could work. Maybe instead of taunt, taunt something. Although, now that I think of it, I could use parachute. Oh, die. Looks like I could use parachute. Go to one of the terminals. See the mission objective. Here are 2 panels. Something tells me this is the actual victory condition. Well, I don't know what these icons mean. So I'll have to see. Try this one. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see which other. Trying to avoid using Coalition, mostly because they're kind of easy to break missions with. Especially if like I could use Parachute and Agent, and that's it. Like I already completed one mission objective. Yeah, if it gets too annoying, I might as well do that, so. Wait, I forgot to. I was going to equip the. Parachute, because I want to see what's going on with the others. Victory condition. So at least I can deploy 4 friendly echelons. Or echelons. I think the worst part would be dealing with these RNG. Like if it's gonna go to heliport or. Well, I think I can work. Expand. Yeah, it's the closest enemy node. It's gonna be a pain. No eligible target. Interesting. I mean, that was kind of lame. Because I was expecting it to at least be something like, oh, you know, we have AA turrets here, so you can't use them. You can't use parachute, but no. So patrol of gunners. He's like, someone had a fetish for gunners this campaign, like I swear. Look at these echelons, they all have gunners. They're like the new Strelets, basically. Tower creep. Oh. I'll use this team. Should I? Please, no spoilers about the mission. I want to be annoyed by however dumb this mission can be. Because I've dealt with annoying missions before. You never know if this one's more until you play it. Or you get lucky, that can happen as well. I have to remove this echelon. Not gonna do anything. It's parachute. I think this one could be good for patrollers, for gunners if M500 was able to tank a little bit more, but it takes a shitload of damage if she doesn't have armor fairy. Which means I might need another armor fairy if gunners are gonna keep appearing like that in the other events. Or just MG echelons, but I find them too expensive for my liking. I'll try this. Too late. That was pretty good. Was definitely not expecting that. Thought Dandelion would get wrecked way too fast. gonna walk from here to here. What's this? So apparently this could work. Let's put-
復讐だ。もう打つ手がないね。敵の戦力がこちらの想定を。あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？誰も犠牲になんてさせない。
Holy shit, that's a lot of other ports. Well, I think it's gonna depend on where these ones move. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to. Actually, I think I could remove this team. Though I don't think it says that I can't lose any issue. $30? I don't think I can fight this up with this team. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I think I can. What the? Did not mean to do that. I can use Dandelion to give the buff this team. Wow, had I known that was gonna happen, I would have not done this.
自分のことを信じてあげて。これで本気です。完全な勝利。
And most likely this is also gonna proc some second international or something.
新たな任務を受け取りました。
Do either point highlighted on orange. Orange. Okay, so it's quite the journey, I'm not gonna lie. If I want to get down line all the way down. Although, to be fair, I do get more heliports, so could move her. Let's see. Could go here. I'm gonna have more turns. Doesn't say anything about star, so. Huh. Okay, so I'll try to move down. So I still need her for this scan anyways, so. In fact, I think I could forget about the ones on top and try to capture this outboard. Like, why is Starbar has level 100? She's not even modded. What? Problem is they keep moving towards the nearest enemy control point. I'm gonna still lose these two. I'll try the original, my original. It's just in case. I'm gonna try this out. I don't think it's gonna work because they have most likely force fields. Not the gladiators, but definitely the runners have some. We'll see. Yeah, like, some of these missions are made with, quote unquote, the canon version is the normal, because you get more units that do appear in the story on the normal missions. But, like, if you want to get the rewards in one go, then you have to complete the EX. But sometimes the difference between normal and EX is just out of the sky. Like, even the mission changes in terms of like, the objectives and stuff like that. So I don't like completing the normal first because I get used to the normal and then I'm like, wait, this on EX is way too much, like, in comparison to the normal. You can do it, Star, come on. Yep, certainly. This is just stupid. What? Why is she even in this mission? I mean, maybe aside from the additional action point, but even then it makes no sense.
復讐だ。
This team's gonna get wrecked.
敵の戦力もう打つ手がないよ。復讐のチャンス。誰も犠牲になんてさせな。グリフィンだ。絶対に一時退却。
Oh, I forgot I had this on manual
復讐だ。
for patrollers.
敵の戦もう打つ手がないよ。私は復讐のチャンス。グリフィンだ。でもこれ結構一時退却。
Oh, jeez.
メインフレームを守り抜いて。大変。至急手当てを。
Dude, Emperor is just out of this world. That's ridiculous. I was not expecting that to work. It could have gone better, I think. Obviously with better fighting, but also with better usage of the dolls I had. So this is a problem. Consumption, like, I mean, I'm sacrificing them basically for. I think I can take on this team. With some other action. Actually, with this one, but I have to change the fire. Oh yeah, I still have a lot of cakes, so that's why I'm taking risks with that. We could try sniper fire. I think it's better for bosses. Oh. Strike. Wait. I mean, I'm not expecting it to kill any gunners, but reduce their HP. See how this goes. I mean, I still think it would be a better option to just forget about them and keep moving with the mission, but yeah, about that. I don't know if I'm gonna need the additional points. So, this. Okay, this is bad. Although I could. No, because this one's gonna. Yeah, never mind. So I think I'll just focus up here. In fact, I think I can use. Problem would be if they decide to go backwards. Actually, no. Yeah, because I think this could work. Fortunately, I don't have the got to get the Dandelion buff. Oh, because, I mean, handguns are pretty OP if used properly. Especially with, like, Deagle. With Paradeus having so many shields, Deagle can mostly just melt through their shields, except patrollers. As much as I would love to see Eagle just eat a patroller's shield and then one-shot it, for some reason I think they have that feature disabled. But she's one of the best handguns, also because of the tile buffs. See if it works again.
復讐だ。敵の戦利もう打つ手がないの。あ、復讐のチャンス。
I forgot I have freeze.
結
No
構
wonder
できます
against
わ。
They have better frame rates though.
クリフィンだ。絶対にうまく一時退却。メインフレームを守り抜いて。やった。
Still kind of laggy though, unfortunately. It's much better than. These are alerts. Most likely they're gonna. I wish they would go up. Let me focus on this one. Can only hope. Could add another dot. Kind of like this. Let's see how this goes. That didn't no damage, but
この2発で十分。負けないわよ。
because they are AR, does work in the end.
復讐だ。敵のもう打つ手がないの。復讐のチャンス。逃げ。もう安心ですね。
That's an Ultron. Oh, I was not expecting that. Game was like, oh, you think you're prepared? Yeah. No, you're not. You're full force field. That's not it. I was not expecting Ultron. I would agree with even like a patroller, but Ultrons with full force fields? Nah. Well, that's it for that, I guess. At least I had this. There's an alert with the whole map. Interesting. Interesting game design. Definitely. I'll just use them for the turns. Well, this patrol goes up. I think I'll just leave them there and focus on this team. I mean, I could actually defeat them with Dandelion's buff, but I think that's just too much work unnecessarily. I'll just forget about it. I don't think we're supposed to kill it anyways, so. patroller's path is interesting as well. I'll just get rid of this. Actually, I kind of regret using Dandelion because now it's gonna launch the missiles. Salvo. Should be one shot. It's funny that a presumed dead T-Doll is still useful this far into the story. I think I'll just move on. That's 2 runs. How amazing is that? And the thing is, I think M4 can actually take out this team, which is the funniest of all. But I do need Dandelions. So these patrollers being the way they are, I'm gonna try giving them the default. This one of them. I think I'm still better off distracting them with these teams. I'll miss this patrol. This works. I'll just go back. I'm interested to see M4 versus that team. Oh, there's another set of points. Dude, she's insane. I think I could actually, instead of removing
敵の数を確認
5-7, I could leave her on. And take out. And take out, just 2k instead, because they barely did any damage. Were not for the running. With the Dandelion taunt. Yeah, I know. So I think I can finish the mission. Oh, never mind. The fuck's you doing? Actually, I could remove him from one. But this is over and he's out. This controller. Sun should go up. I don't know this rotation, because I could place Dandelion here. But if one of these moves and this one's here, like, it's too RNG dependent. Actually, I should just wait a turn. These ones should stop this one from moving forward. Dude, they just keep spawning. But they just stopped after a while. Inside the game got pissed. I tried to capture those heliports. I was like, oh, you want to do that? Don't worry, you're not gonna be able to, so stop. This should be fine. This thing. What's the plan? Also, I have to capture both. Well, I thought I didn't have to do that. This one's gonna be tough. Because of the time turns. Because I keep losing heliports. And yeah, like things are getting out of hand with the old ones. I mean, I think I can still make it, but assuming that I have to capture the other control panel. Yeah, I had no clue those would spawn. If I had known, I would have taken this echelon as well to capture it, like the other echelon to capture it. I mean, as the tough, the stage itself is not tough. It's like I took way too long and these continue spawning. I didn't know they would spawn. This one's like, alright, it's just here. Shit. Yeah.
復讐だ
That's what I meant. I can still make it, but it's gonna be like, barely make it.
あなたに責任
Making it.
必要ですかこのチャンスを逃すのは大変ですね
Yeah, most certainly. I wonder if you can capture this command post and it doesn't. This is kind of interesting though. I think this one's bugged for me or something. Or I fucked it up by activating this. Or maybe this was the order of the mission, but it's kind of weird. This is gonna move upwards. Doesn't say it has to be dandelion, right? No, like I activated this console. But this one's like it still allows me to, and I'll just oh, I see. Okay, so never mind. Let's go for both. Yeah, like they activate the opposite side. I thought it was a bug or something. Because this one was already open after the scan. I think that's it. Just in case. Oh, that was quite the mission. But what did I get? somehow in chapter 2 again. Let's go with Define the Moray. In an underground passage of an old Berlin U-Bahn station. Yo, Commander. 45? How are things? Scared the crap out of me. Turns out it was real. Mine and I found lots of explosives, enough to bring the whole place down. I've recorded the locations. I'll send them to you afterwards. Got it. The AR team and I have arrived. We're going to defuse them right now. Be careful. G11 and 416 found lots of those fight faction soldiers. Looks like they've been waiting there for a long time because they stink. So that's what you meant with the stinky Paradise. There they are. The Paradise forces are over there. Up 2 bares her teeth, eager to let off the leash. Macklin looks visibly uneasy hearing UMP-45's report. It'll be fine. I don't know. Half of my memories have already come to pass. Do you think we'll get lucky with the other half? Commander, we verified all the coordinates 404 sent us. 15, sub 2, go link up with 404. Defuse all the explosives before they manually trigger the detonation. Getting the booby trap feelings. Come on, 15, let's go. Don't get all mopey because Macklin turned out to be telling the truth. I am not. Just finding it hard to believe all this. Macklin grips the corner of her clothes as her forehead grows clammy with perspiration. Commander pats her shoulder without saying a word. I don't know what you're worried about. Still, have some faith in us. Robin? Oh, this is typo? Macklin lifts her head as though she wants to say something. Commander, don't fall behind. Got it. You were about to say something? No, it's nothing. Macklin shakes her head and goes back to her quiet self. Oh, this is the last one. Now this side is secure. Very good. Well done, 4-4. My God. G11 out of everyone is... What the hell? Hold yourself together, Commander. Why are you dragging your feet? Has G11 always been like this? 416, unplug her. 416 rolls her eyes at 45 and pulls out the plug connected to G11's body. We just exchanged fire with Paradise. If this metro station is any indication, they'll probably have forces guarding the other locations too. But Squad Griffin hasn't contacted me. If they've engaged Paradise, I'll be the first to know. Just pointing out a possibility. Obviously, it would be best if the other locations aren't defended. You're right. Thanks, 416. 416 looks away and notices the evident unease on Macklin's face. What's with you? There's one more. What? There's one more bomb. That's impossible. So this is definitely MGS5 on zeros. We've checked the entire area carefully. Are you questioning our competence, young lady? It's in the narrow pipe. Macklin shoots the commander a pleading look. Please, believe me. Go take a look. I'm sorry, 45. I'll make it up if there's nothing there. You'd better prepare yourself. I'm going to stoke the hell out of you. Wow, there really is something in there. There's a signal chain. 45 volts off this small, intricate device glumly. 9 cautiously extracts the explosives from the narrow pipe and manages to disarm it without any difficulty. This sounds like a throwback to Operation Cube. Like 404 did the same thing. How did you know? Meanwhile, Star eyes Mecklin with undisguised hostility. I don't know, Mecklin bites her lip. While you were preparing to leave, I had a weird hunch. Huh, really now? A hunch. Now that's convenient. Star doesn't hold back on the sarcasm, but this time, nobody stops her. Ro and Sub-2 stare at Mecklin in surprise. After all, such a thing is quite hard to believe. Maybe it happened because she saw the actual location. It helped refresh her memory or something. Isn't this the outcome you wanted, Commander? Well, good thing this little lady did us a favor in the end. Otherwise, her reputation would have been ruined. It already is. Oh, that's enough, teen. If there really had been an explosion here, many people would have been caught up in it. Mecklin isn't only just helping us. Mecklin says nothing, and the commander can only shake their head. Let's go. We're heading over to the quarantine wall. Or Griffin might need backup. Got it. Yeah. I mean, it took him all the way to GFL2 to change the scar she has on the wrong eye, trying to imitate 45. So, he could be a slow healer. Welcome to Actually Camera. This is Shadowless. I will be taking you through the latest news today. Galatea Corporation issues a public apology for canceling the Eden Launch event and press conference that were scheduled to take place today. Galatea pledges to resolve this issue as quickly as possible so that the serum can reach ELIT patients at first possible moment. According to insider information, the launch was cancelled because the vehicle transporting the first batch of serums has gone missing. At 7:23 this morning, Berlin Hospital experienced an alleged terrorist attack for the first time since the construction of the quarantine wall. 3 members of the medical staff and 4 patients were in the wards when the explosion occurred. The police is currently investigating the source of the explosion. This is Frontline correspondent Shadowless bringing you the news. That concludes today's news. This is Actual Camera, brought to you by the DRF. It's interesting that it's implying that maybe Paradeus also did the assault, and that's why they built the wall, and maybe that's also why Narcissus is like, I can't go to the city. Something like that. Could be it. You know, Paradeus, the masters of hiding in plain sight. At the Berlin quarantine wall. Oh god, Isomer. Thank you for your cooperation. You're welcome. It's our job. The smiling guard brings Ferosa to the power room. His attitude has done a complete 180, and he is now extremely cooperative. Thank goodness for that search warrant from the Earl. Things wouldn't have gone so smoothly without it. However, Ferosa still has her doubts. Can't deny that Mecklin is the key to all this, but would everything in Mecklin's memory come to pass? Ferosa puts a big question mark on that. Leaving that the other locations aside, Berlin's quarantine wall is essentially the city's front door, and the security here is on par with the Bundeskanzleramt. Wow, German. Even the guard in front of her is an elite member of the military force. Thinking past them to destroy the quarantine wall is practically impossible. Still, this is strange. Why would the brass suddenly think of checking for security issues here? Well, you're guarding the gate with your Berlin, so you can't fault them for being too cautious. You might be a doll, but you sure have a way with words. The man disables the lock to the power room and opens the door cheerfully. they gonna accuse him of another terrorist attack? Go ahead and look. I guarantee you won't find any issue in it. Alright, don't mind if I do. Still, suspicions are suspicions, and orders are orders. Rosa is not going to slack off on a mission she's been given. He has the trust of even the famously picky Griffin. Nice pun, I guess. Picky Griffin. Rosa's vast stores of knowledge and experience, gathered over long years of service, are her greatest weapon. Speaking of which, those friends of yours all look like very new models. No, Fedorov and Kolibri are from the same batch as me. These are like the first humans to treat dolls nicely, I swear. As he checks behind the equipment, Rosa exchanges the occasional word with the man, which is kind of suspicious. And the other two are your subordinates? Yeah, just giving way too much information, I think. The man is incredibly frivolous for a security guard. Rosa furrows her brow, like this keeps happening. Our ration with wrong person saying things. Rosa furrows her brow. She keeps her misgivings to herself. Colibri, come in. How's the investigation on your end? Your communicator emits a burst, ear-piercing static, and Rosa gets no reply. Oh yeah. Sorry, but signal reception in here isn't too good. We block all electronic broadcasts for security reasons. Is that so? Rosa looks back at the guard, who is all smiles. As Rosa heads deeper into the room, the man locks the door behind him quietly. I finished my inspection. Please open the door. You're done? So soon? The guard looks a little surprised. That's because there's nothing to check. Haha, really? I guess so. I mean, this is the quarantine wall. What problem could there be? There are 3 bombs in total, all placed in the most vital locations. Once they go off, this section of the quarantine wall will be paralyzed in 15 seconds. Only someone who's intimately familiar with this place could have planted them. Is there anything else you'd like to say? The guard's smile grows stiff before his face slowly darkens. You really think you can stand in the way of Paradis' great work? But we already do, isn't that right? Both of them raise their guns at the same time. However, there is only one gunshot. Rosa puts her gun down, looking at the fallen human and the blood splattered on the wall behind him. She approaches the corpse, searches it briefly, and finds the signal jam. Channels we use aren't blocked by standard jamming equipment, I'm sure. Rosa, you there? I could hear some comm static. I'm here. I've settled things on my end. How about you? We had 3 here. Fedorov killed them all. The Earl won't get mad at us, I hope. Won't get mad. They were all rotten fruits. We were simply doing some pruning. Raise the alarm. The Parliament needs to know what happened here. Already done. Savage, are you online? Sit rep. I'm on the roof. Things have been taken care of. Their anger caused a bit of trouble and I'm clearing up the aftermath. They put a huge pile of mines on the shore guns. Stay there. I'll handle the other places. Yo, dumbasses should just stay where dumbasses ought to be. No, what I mean is, if they're sabotaging the shore guns, then it's very likely that they are planning to attack the quarantine wall. They must be working in tandem with the people outside, which is why they were plotting to disable the wall's defensive capability. Correct. That's what I meant. You picked up on that fast. That's because they're already here, Perosa. Large enemy forces approaching. They're being led by that Nito we saw before. What? Perosa, this is bad. The stupid Fedorov didn't check properly before sounding the alarm. Turns out the transmission circuit was altered, so it doesn't go inside the wall, but outside it. What the fuck? They're launching the attack now because they know their plan is a bust? New channel connects to Perosa's transmission. Rosa, what is going on? You can hear gunfire from behind the quarantine wall, from beyond the quarantine wall. Hey, welcome back. Commander, it's Paradeus. Paradeus is attacking the quarantine wall. They've turned the entire garrison. We're isolated here. Dude, Isomer. Hang in there. We've already arrived. I mean, I guess when there's a quarantine wall, you can only do so much, right? Ringer. So I'm guessing now we do have to fight Narcissus. On the quarantine wall. Go on. Keep up your futile resistance, you foolish humans. When I catch you, I'll cut you to bits. That's a small Nito. Yes, but quite a frightening one. She's more eager to fight than any other unit we've seen. We must limit her ability to act. I know. Macklin? Macklin glanced at the appearance of the petite Nito. That's Narcissus. My dreams, my memories, they came true after all. Me, Nito. It clutches her collar and hyperventilates. This quarantine wall will be destroyed, and everything will perish. Nobody can stop Narcissus. We will stop her. The commander studies the diminutive Nito and the forces behind her. That's impossible. I want to try. That's what you get for wanting to try. Supply line? Eliminate all enemies inside one. This display? This box. Well, we do have artillery, I guess. First PV soundtrack. I will say it's a much bigger hole, I suppose. The Isomer wall. I don't think that's a fair comparison though. Like Architect does have a sense of self-preservation, I think. I think that's what makes her a little bit smarter than other SF units. But she knew SF was going to end at some time. I think it's... Now that I see this, it kind of feels like a ranked map. It's 1.5 million. So I should hold it for 6 turns? This is quite hopeful. No, I mean, I do believe I have to hit the MP. There's also down the line. Not gonna lie, I think I may need to use Sanguis Echelons here. Deploy 5 echelons. He's gonna keep deploying enemies. Can I use parachute now? I think instead of use BGM, but sure. I can use this. I completely forgot about that one. But so refugees are enemies. Instead of synergy.
いつでも出発できるよ。準備を整えておきます。
If I want to use archery, I mean I do have her target type, but I'm trying not to use SF units, but it might come down to at least this mission.
お互いおあいこだよね。
I think instead of let's change star for someone else. I think she could win. It's just lately it feels like Star doesn't do any damage compared to, say, A94, G11 mod. You mean like being smarter from? I'm a bit confused. Sorry. From Sanguis Fairy? Smarter than anyone? We do have artilleries. But I do need the EMP for assist. Oh, I forgot. Interesting. For some reason, I thought that would work. At least reduce something. I'll restart? You mean like I already fucked up? Wouldn't surprise me. These missions, they kind of remind me like to Arctic Warfare, where you messed up one turn, but that's it. But we'll see. Let's hope the people. You're making my game laggier. Okay. Yeah, I know. Like, am I supposed to just waste the first turn trying to get the done one? I didn't see the time. Turn restriction. Oh, I only saw the supply line. Thanks for reminding me, by the way, the power. Yeah, I mean it has happened to me in the past, so wouldn't be anything new. And in some other event, like it didn't show anywhere turn restriction or turn limit, and then it'd be like game over. I'd be like, what? Hello? Oh, yeah. We'll just go with BGM. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Like if these artilleries can be used every turn, then I can already see how to finish the mission. But otherwise, um, like I remember in Polarized Light, you could use artillery, but it was only one turn. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was guessing with the EMP. Like I'm supposed to delay someone here. So far, I don't know. And artillery doesn't work on bosses. Maybe that's a bit overkill. Sorry, SMGs and handguns. I think they also throw grenades. No, it's damage rates. Okay, I think I'll just leave them. Oh. Like for some reason I couldn't see this line. I was like, oh well, okay, it's gonna work. And bam. It's gone. Oh shit. Okay, so apparently these also delay enemy turns. Because if that's the case, I think. Wait, what? Glad to see Paradise using collapse technology at its best. What the fuck? Where'd they come? They're kind of funny. Trying this out. Well, I think I should stop this consuming a lot. Yeah, like because of the artillery thing, I was not able to see it does come out. What happens? This one. Oh, oh, no. Yep, I think I fucked up. I saw the debuff on the top double Poltner. Forgot it was Dandelion, not the cannon. There goes the ammo. Like, why? Barely see that. Wait, did not need to. Yeah, I can bet. That's why I brought BGM, because she can take him out with the force shields with one shot. Well, it is unfortunate I can't use two. Like, we always have so many options and we can only use one or two per mission. But, yeah.
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決でき。いただき。油断した報いだ。いい考えがあるわ。手加減はしない。よーし、これでバッチリです。油断いいですよ。あなたを見逃してあげますよ。敗北からの巻き返し、さすが指揮官です。
I love that. Oh, it's only one gladiator this time. Oh, two. Okay, so 3,200, 223. Damn, Perdeus really hates Berlin. That's all I can get from this. These are on alerts, which is a problem in of itself. What is up with this pathing though? How's she supposed to come back here? Something tells me like if you kill her, she just respawns or something. I have to do this, otherwise Fucking surprise Blossom disappointing. I just realized I'm Gladiator. Which means it's a work. Because I don't have anything to deal with that right now. I love how none of them give rewards, by the way. It's like, oh look, a 300,000 echelon. Yeah, up yours. I'm trying to think before I make a move. About
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが、よーし、これでバッチリです。覚悟の感じられない中継だな。手伝ってあげる。雑魚に使う時間はないよ。まだまだですよ。油断いいですよ。あなたを見逃してあげますよ。敗北からの巻き返し。さすが指揮官です。
So they're just gonna keep popping up. Okay. I mean, these ones are not as bad, but you still need armor penetration. So this one's awesome. I could this.
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら。
よーし、これでバッチリです。いい考えがあるわ。光栄に思います。
見たかこれ。我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら。
よーし、これでバッチリです。手伝ってあげる。光栄に思います。いただき
覚悟の。
お墓を作ってあげますよ。礼には及びません。完全な勝利。
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら。
よーし、これでバッチリです。手伝ってあげる。まだまだですよ。敗北からの巻き返し。
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら。
まだまだですよ。
覚悟の感じられない陣形だ。
手伝ってあげる。お墓を作ってあげますよ。礼には及びません。敗北からの巻き返し。 数を確認。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。
お前の罪を数える。
私の目的はたった一つ。この2発で十分。この2発で十分。
Oh.
敵の数を確認。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。
正義に裁きを受けてみ。
私の目的はたった一つ。私にできるのはこれしかない。この2発で十分。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。私の目的はたった一つ。私にできるのはこれしかない。いけるものか。この2発で十分。邪魔をしないで。私は真実を見つけだ。私はもう変わったんだ。誰にも失望させないから。私にできるのはこれしかない。アバンね、虫けら。
お前の罪を数える。
私はもう変わったんだ。私にできるのはこれしかない。そうかい。この2発で十分。
正義に裁きを受けてみ。
邪魔をしないで。私は真実を見つけ。私の目的はたった一つ。うるさい。誰にも失望させないから。
正義に裁きを受けてみろ。
誰にも失望させないから。アワンね、確かに。憎むべき。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。私にできるのはこれしかない。この2発で十分。そんな結末じゃないわね。でも
お前の例えをくれようと思った。
敵の数を確認。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。
お前の罪を数える。
苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。誰にも失望させないから。誰にも失望させないから。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。この2発で十分。
お前の罪を数える。
私にできるのはこれしかない。敵の数を確認。ごめん、痛かった？まだ死んでない。私はもう変わったんだ。この2発で十分。 の2発で十分。邪魔をしないで。私は真実を見つけ出す。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。この2発で十分。誰にも失望させないから。邪魔をしないで。私は信じのけるものか。私はもう変わったんだ。うるさい。この2発で十分。この2発で十分。私の目的はたった一つ。
I'm gonna try something out. Let's- Boss.
敵の数を確認。ごめん、痛かった。まだ死んでない。
正義の裁きを受け。
私の目的はたった一つ。私にできるのはこれしかない。私にできるのはこれしかない。邪魔をしないで。私は真実を見つけ出す。私の目的はたった一つ。この2発で十分。
お前の罪を数える。
誰にも失望させないから。ごめん、痛かった。まだ死んでない。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。誰にも失望させないから。この2発で十分。邪魔をしないで。私は
お前の罪を数える。
私はもう変わったんだ。この2発で十分。
負けるものか。
私にできるのはこれしかない。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。この2発で十分。
お前の罪を数える。
この2発で十分。私はもう変わったんだ。
負けるものか。
私にできるのはこれしかない。確かに憎むべきだったね。この2発で十分。
正義の裁きを受けてみろ。
苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。この2発で十分。
負けるものか。
誰にも失望させないから。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。この2発で十分。全部この箱のせいだ。私にできるのはこれしかない。苦しみから解き放ってあげよう。もっと。敵の数を確認。
And I know I'm not gonna beat it
ごめん、
this time.
まだ死んでない。
お前の罪を
苦し
but
み
like
から
trying
解
to
き放
learn
ってあげよう。
those.
誰にも失望させないから。
So I think the ideal plan would be for whoever deals the most damage to not deal damage at first. When she does the 999 thing that kills all the knives, that's when you focus her.
ごめん痛かったまだ死んでない
正義の裁きを受けてみ
私の目的はたった一つ私にできるのはこれしかない私にできるのはこれしかないアワンの虫けら私はもう変わったんだこの2発で十分負けるものか私にできるのはこれしかないアワンの虫けら私の目的はたった一つ私にできるのはこれしかないこの2発で十分アワンの虫けら負けるものか私はもう変わったんだ私にできるのはこれしかない
正義の裁きを受け
私にできるのはこれしかない苦しみから解き放ってあげよう私にできるのはこれしかない
お前の罪を数える
私にできるのはこれしかない私の目的はたった一つ
正義
この2発で十分この2発で十分
お前の罪を数える
私の目的はたった一つ私にできるのはこれしかないそんな結末じゃないわ負けるものかこの2発で十分敵の数を確認
The Alliance looking back like, really? I do have 3 turns, so just wait for her to go away. Yeah, 40k damage.
敵の線もう打つ手がないの。変わるのか
Who'd have thought?
な。
Oh shit.
誰も犠牲になんてさせない。皆さんは私が守ります。やった。M16 姉さん。またやりました。
Yeah, I was like considering Sniper Fairy, but then I just completely forgot about it. Like when I first started the mission, I wasn't even considering Narcissus. I was like, Sniper Fairy I think could be good, but completely forgot about it. I guess I want to capture these heliports. I don't think that's important.
復讐だ。敵の線もう打つ手がないの。私のせいだ。復讐のチャンス。これ結構効きますよ。やった。敵が来た。撃て。
I think this one's gonna fare well.
捕らえた。
Takes
深
way
度
too
演
much
算モー
damage.
ド。見逃すな。決断力学べるのであれば射撃速度上限解除。そんな私どうするんです。見える射撃速度上限解除なことに。あれどうして体が軽いの。
Now there's a patroller. So, does this stop her though? I just realized the supply line was not counting. Interesting. Unless it has to be like 6 straight turns. Oh, okay. What a waste of time.
今日の仕事はもう決めた？ただいま、指揮官。次だ。ただいま。みんないる？シール。任務完了。ご報告いたします、指揮官様。行ってきます。来たからには早速仕事を始めましょう。
Will admit, Miko is kind of smart. She doesn't have any shields, so can't cheese her with HG squad.
了解。
So I wanted to
理科室
try
で
it.
も出発できるよ。風紀に関しては心配しなくていいよ。なんたって私はグリフィン一厳しい風紀委員なんだから。また私の出番？お洋服のコーディネートと同じです。おのおのの良さがちゃんと引き立つような編成をしてくださいね。
Interesting HOC.
復讐だ。もう打つ手がない。敵の戦力がこちらの想定をはる。お前の罪哀れむ心なんてもう捨てました。
お前の罪を数える。
逃げられるとでも？あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？グリフィンは絶対に負けない。逃げられるとでも？一時退却。これをくれようとも。復讐のチャンス。
She can hit her. She deals pretty good damage. How much HP does he have? Like 100,000 damage in total. To kill her. Because I mean, I think it's either that or something like someone like Khalil. The problem with snipers is if she deals the most damage, she's gonna get targeted, she's gonna have to move, and she's a sniper rifle. So I don't think Webley's doing. Go with
お
another.
互いおあいこだよね。
See how this goes.
しないで。私
正義の裁きを。
あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？
お前の罪を数える。
邪魔をしないで。私はあなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？確かに。
ものか。
合わんね、虫けらが。哀
That's how it works. I think she's the first boss that runs away. There was no way I would know. And like, I could also go maybe full tank and just let Sniper deal with it. So that's also interesting. I want to try that out. I want to go full tank. Let's see. I mean, it's gonna take 5 minutes. I don't think LT has any. I also forgot that Sniper got that buff. That's why I completely keep forgetting about her with like 1v1 boss fights. Someone like Judge, especially in like the latest theater. If you didn't have Sniper, you most likely are not gonna be able to complete her. I mean, I think I still need someone to deal damage though. With full rod. Something really odd. I've never done this before. And I don't think it's gonna work anyways. Yeah, like M500 just already has lost a lot of HP. So far, so good. I think she does her own first tick. But interesting. I mean, I guess the problem would be the random enemies spawning behind. I would have to time everything perfectly. I'll make sure I have the heliport to spawn this echelon. Interesting boss, to say the least. I mean, also this is theoretical, so this isn't target practice. I don't know, the boss almost feels like you don't have to fight her, but given the pathing, like, if you were here, then maybe you could just stall her with the artilleries and get rid of the enemies. That's not the case. Oh boy. Do I want to try that? I mean, I could use LTLX instead of PSG because she's useless as a blade, like for this campaign. Getting the short end of the stick. So this echelon would be going to kill Narcissus. Nice.
私がリーダーにそんなの私は各々の判断を尊重しよう
Why does M16 still have this? Haven't ran was it 02? In like a long time. Not using reducing this. This echelon was fine. This one's the one I gotta work with. This one was fine as well. So
各員静寂を保ち持ち場へ直ちについてくださいやっと私の出番ね悪くない場所ですね
I think this matters much more. This echelon is really balanced. We need another echelon to get rid of these. kept thinking like, which was my 5th echelon, and I forgot I was using HOC. So this one's not that bad. All it would be repairs. Other than that, it's not too bad. Everything was fine up until the boss, honestly. So hopefully it keeps up that way.
やっと始まるの。
Be back real quick. I'm back. I think I'm good. Damn, this almost feels like a fucking ranked ranking map. Everything's like turn specific and shit. I think I'm
復讐だ。もう打つ手がない。敵の戦力がこちらの想定をはるかに上回る。あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？逃げられるとでも？もう安心ですね。誰も犠牲に。復讐のチャンス。やった。M16 名さん、またやりました。こんにちは、指揮官。エース。
It'd be better to stun this one. I'll grab the bomb for the patroller. Second. I mean, some more enemies are gonna spawn in there.
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら狙い撃つ。無駄だ。
自分のことを信じてあげて。敗北からの巻き。
Oh, we have 98 command points. With I knew I should have used this on this one. Wow. Even when being careful, I'm not careful enough.
我は決して逃げぬ。戦うことですが解決できぬというのなら油断した。
この私を動揺させられるけどいい考えがあるわ。私と小さな相棒と挨拶をしてみたら。
見たよ。これが努力の結果。
拳銃界の希望の星。
Yeah, I at least want to try with the Echelon. David Dashwood. What now? What do I need? Stop. Wait. $100.
正義の雨に裁かれろ。
合わない。よーし、これでバッチリです。
その程度の覚悟しかないのなら倒れなさい。
まだまだですよ。お前の罪を数え合わない。
そこまでです。
よーし、これでバッチリです。
やるものか。
負けないわよ。邪魔をしないで。私は真実を見つけ出す。よーし、これでバッチリです。
その程度の覚悟しかないのなら倒れなさい。
That does work. It's like the simulations.
Bonjour 指揮官 AAT52 機関銃今日から入隊します
Wait, what? What? I was not expecting to beat the mission like that. That was anticlimactic as hell. I've been scratching my head with this mission for like an hour. And the hidden condition was to kill, quote unquote, Narcissus. That was hilarious. What the hell? Okay then. Close. Yeesh. I'm gonna read these two. I'm gonna call it a day because I don't have enough, I think, fairy commands. Thing is, it was actually kind of funny because Sniper Fairy now only costs only one fairy command point, and it's really good against these kind of bosses, like 1v1 bosses. So thanks a lot, Zedex Zed, for reminding me that, which I had completely forgotten about. Have to change, of course, STR. Farming for Legos, which is why I have cats. Oop. Because I don't know when they're gonna add Alina's Griffin skin to the store, but I'm saving up for that. Already have enough. Also, today was the new month. I don't need these for now. Also, on the Taiwan server, you can purchase 50 at the same time. I don't know when they're gonna add this here, but I think it's an important quality of life change. Because it gets really annoying when you've saved up enough and you're like, and wait. It's kind of lame. So yeah, I'm gonna read these two missions and then call it a day. I'm gonna wait for the query commands. Go to these first. Oh, game sliding a lot.
ただいま。ちょろいもんだ。異議なし。出発する。
あ、指揮官。今日の仕事はもう決めた？
Like, had I known that earlier, I would have just ran it down. That's it. So far, like, that's also the only way to getting an S in that mission. Other ways, it's impossible. Earlier that day, Galatea Sanatorium. In Leonis Ward, the television is showing the news coverage of a terrorist attack on Galatea's medical storage facility somewhere on the outskirts of Berlin that occurred yesterday. The facility has been reduced to ashes, and all fruits of the research stored within have gone up in smoke. You actually went and warned you. Staring at the vial Angie has placed on the table, Leona grips at the armrest of their chair anxiously with her uninjured hand. I just want you to understand. Not only do I have what it takes to throw down the gauntlet to Grey, I did it, and I lived to tell the tale. I am capable of offering you protection. I've told you before, I want no part in this anymore. Say that to those who have died because of your research. After all you've done, now you say, I washed my hands off this business, so please leave me alone. You really think the world is so simple? You jumped into this whirlpool. You made that choice yourself. Getting out is not an option. Either choose a side or be ripped apart by the whirlpool. Think carefully. Why should I pick your side? Don't forget, I'm in this sorry state all because of you. Leona wriggles at the shoulder that is still in a cast and snickers, either in contempt or in self-pity. I give you the same answer. You have no other option. You really think Grey is a good collaborator? Anji rolls the vial over to reveal Galatea's logo. We are the only ones who can protect you. If that still doesn't compute, just think about this. In Bremen, who was it that tossed you aside like a pawn? Your injuries were my subordinates' doing. But don't you remember who put you in that situation in the first place? Leona stares at the logo. She can almost hear RPK-16's devilish murmur. She deliberately cornered you and forced you to hand over your research. She has been using you the whole time, and you're still counting on her to save your life? Surely even an idiot can tell she's bad news. Anji points at the television. She's still reporting the incident at the storage facility. How are you going to protect me? The Stacy is standing right outside the door. Well, not from you. I can mobilize the strongest armed force of this country to give you personal protection. I mean... so that was a fucking lie. I could have killed you in Bremen, but I didn't. You know I am a woman of my word. Beads of sweat form in Leona's forehead. It is obvious that she is in deep in internal conflict. After a while, she finally looks up, having come to a decision. What do you want to know? Your research. What exactly is it about? What is Grey after? What is she doing? My research is very simple. The special substance known as the collapse particle has a fascinating relationship with plants. As a kind of vessel, the epiphyllum can absorb collapse particles, then it erupts and discharges them after a cycle. During this cycle, the collapse particles in these loaded epiphylla cannot be detected. At least, there is no existing technology that can detect them. My job is to test what external factors affect the latency of the epiphyllum's eruption. In other words, to make it possible to control when a loaded epiphyllum erupts. So basically, you can deliver epiphylla located with collapse particles anywhere? A chill runs down through Anji's spine. This is what Grey is after? She's planning an epiphyllum eruption somewhere? How do terrorist attacks and destroying the city benefit her? She isn't doing this just for the sake of destruction, obviously. Her aim is to release collapse particles in small areas to increase the number of ELIT cases. Then, by launching a cure, she will gain the people's support, and they will rely even more on her. I don't know what her ultimate goal is, but her plan is working. Let's see. Sooner or later, she'll cause a riot by orchestrating a large-scale attack, and Rossart's plans in Germany will go down the drain. Way to go, William. I never took part in her operation, but I know a few locations. She had me send my creations to those places. They're all in Berlin. I know nothing about the details, but I can give you a list so you'll know where she's planning to carry out her plan. No, there's no time. Grey is in such a hurry to get rid of me because her plan is reaching a critical stage. She could begin any time. But this is all I really know. That's okay. I can always just pay her a visit. What? Are you crazy? It's worth a shot. Anji stands up with her fists clenched. Then, as she suddenly remembers something, she rummages through her pockets and fishes out a name card. Besides, she invited me herself. Did you really promise you'll keep me safe? The Honest looks up at Anji. Apprehension is written all over her face. Don't worry. Anji stuffs Gray's black card back in her pocket. I promise. Whenever they promise something in this game, it ends up well. Both is a threat. After a fierce battle, the commander has kept Narcissus and her forces at a safe distance from the quarantine wall. By the time it's over, the commander's back is drenched in cold sweat. The commander looks at the Nito staring daggers at them and gulps. Dandelion was right. They have never encountered such a fearsome enemy before. Backup's almost here. Paradeus is withdrawing. Rosa's gun is trembling in her hands. She had not expected Paradeus to bring this many troops, nor had she expected the opposing commander to be so skillful in battle. They had been in her attack range. They had not been raining fire down on them from high ground. If they had not fought Narcissus or on even slightly less advantageous terms, they wouldn't have stood a chance. In hindsight, everyone feels that Mechleen's fear is perfectly justified. You! Among the retreating Paradeus forces, Narcissus throws a historical fit. Her eyes zero in on Mechleen, who is standing beside the commander. For the sake of Father's plan, you must die. A shimmering streak of white hovering next to Narcissus rips through the air, heading straight for Mechleen. Shit. Look out! The massive floating blade just barely passes over Mechleen's head. The vacuum in its wake triggers a wild gust that almost blobs Colibri off her feet. The commander tackles Mechleen to the ground, but ends up getting cut instead. Commander, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Strange though. I thought I dodged it. You wouldn't have gotten off so easily if you had been hit by the blade itself. Dandelion looks up at the floating blade that is already turning around in midair. The other two members of the AR team raise their weapons, but they can't aim fast enough to shoot it down. Having missed her attack, a terrifying expression creeps over Narcissus' delicate features as she stands at the foot of the wall. Will make Narcissus very happy if I kill you. Still muttering to herself, she turns and leaves with the rest of the Paradeus forces while the gathered dolls look on. That Nito kinda gives me the creeps. Actually, she reminds me a bit of you. No way. That's really mean. The commander sits up and inspects their arm. Fortunately, only the sleeve got cut, and they are basically unhurt. However, the commander could swear the blade didn't touch them. I thought this sort of thing only happened in light novels. Mechleen? That's when the commander noticed a certain change in Machleen's gaze. She slowly rises to her feet and walks up to the edge of the quarantine wall incredulously. She leans forward and looks down, unable to suppress her excitement. Commander shoots Ro a look, worried that Mechleen will simply fall over the edge. The wall. What about it? The wall is still standing, Robin. Mechleen whirls around, surprised at the light written all over her face. The others are confused by her intense reaction. What the hell are you talking about? The wall didn't fall. Yes, I can see that. So what? Were you hoping we would lose and get chopped up by that Nito? Mechleen, in your memories, the wall was destroyed, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Mechleen clasps her hand to her chest and closes her eyes like she's blind. She slowly regains her composure and realizes that her reaction might warrant an explanation. My memories, my dreams, or perhaps my prophecies, until now, have never been wrong. Everything I saw in my memories eventually became reality. Is this why you're such a believer in destiny? Yes, but Robin, you did it. You changed destiny. No, I didn't change destiny. This is hardly that big of a deal. I was warned ahead of time so I could prepare for it. We won. It's just that simple. When what you saw don't come true, those memory fragments which speak of the future are nothing more than bad dreams. Macklin seems a little dazed as she looks at the dust blowing in the distance. She can't even make out the retreating Perdeus forces anymore. I know where you're getting at, Robin. But for me, it's very hard to separate dreams from reality. I tried to change destiny, but I never succeeded. Will die by an unnatural cause. That too is destined. Wait, unnatural? Unnatural cause. Have I ever appeared in your dreams? No, not even once. Well, that makes things simple. Just remember, any place where I am is reality. What? I don't appear in your dreams, nor do I appear in any of your futures that your memories show. And I don't believe that destiny is set in stone either. So if you're willing to trust me, I will keep you safe, and I will stop all the foretold tragedies from happening. Robin, you look like you've got something to say. What would be the point? Who's going to listen? I take it you're not happy with how things are going. 15. You've got something to say, then say it. Don't keep everything bottled up. If you imitate M4 and Toga in that weird tone, I'll break your legs. So, what's upsetting you? Can't you tell? Commander nearly died back then. I can't believe nobody said anything about it. That's because nobody expected the commander to do it. You think so? R15 snorts. I think it played perfectly into that woman's plans. She's got to grasp the commander's personality. She knew that the commander would save her, so she deliberately exposed herself to danger and baited the commander into falling for it. The only reason why she failed was because the opposition didn't coordinate well enough with her. Is that what you think? Does it not make sense? You're always so suspicious, 15, but I'm glad you're around. Get back here. Surprised Dandelion didn't use her immunities. Micro-miniaturization. I think I'll leave it here. That mission is kind of fun. So I'm gonna try to charge my query commands. Continue on the next stream. So yeah. Also, I noticed some people have been following me from maybe last stream. I want to thank them for following me. It's kind of weird that the that OBS didn't tell me of that. So sorry if I didn't acknowledge your follow. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully next stream will be soon. And yeah, see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.